point with all of the damage that has been done. But I just want my house fixed.
A mid-state woman says blasting near her subdivision put cracks in her walls and windows. But who's responsible for any fixes? Well, that is a bit more complicated. Investigative reporter Carice Jackman discovered thousands of blasting complaints here over the past few years.
She also spoke to lawmakers about new legislation to help homeowners when it comes to protecting their property.
With noise and rumbling so loud,
It was like a really loud noise, and I heard something fall.
Spring Hill homeowner Shantae Walker Dillard thought it was an earthquake.
It sounded like someone was smashing a hammer at the ground for some reason.
3 weeks later, the same thing happened again.
It was worse than the first time.
Turns out there was blasting going on down the street. This time, she noticed damage.
My housekeeper was here cleaning, and when she pulled the curtains back and raised the blind, she noticed that the window was broken. And I was like, where did this come from?
So Walker Dillard started looking around, seeing cracks in the walls around her home that she'd never seen before.
We moved into the home July 2017.
Right, and in all those years you lived there, to the time of blasting, you never saw any of this?
Absolutely none, because I'm very meticulous about my home.
Walker Dillard filed a complaint with the state fire marshal's office. The office investigated her complaint, but found no violations, saying in their report that Nitro Group Inc. was blasting in the area, but did not report blasting operations during the time frame listed in the complaint.
All he could tell me was that the blaster was nitro blasting, and there was nothing that they could do, that he could do.
Still wanting her home fixed, she hoped an official review from a property assessor would convince the company to fix her home.
We determined at the time that that the majority of her cracks were related to blasting.
What did you think when you saw that report from the assessor?
I literally cried.
But getting in touch with Nitro Group Inc. proved difficult, sending multiple unanswered certified letters. And when she turned to us, we contacted the company.
You can't even give a statement out or anything?
But they told us over the phone they declined to comment.
Walker Dillard is not alone when it comes to her blasting concerns. The state fire marshal's office received over 1,000 complaints within the last 2 years from people.
Unfortunately, you can't stop the blast, but at least you know when it's going to happen.
And that's just one reason why Representative Darren Jernigan sponsored a bill putting more safety protocols and procedures in place for blasting.
This will lower vibrations for residents living near blast sites, increase communications for the public, and clean up the standards that have been on the books since 1975.
I just would like to tell homeowners that, you know, we're making small steps, that blasting and development is going to occur, but these are small steps to help protect your home.
There is a separation.
It's something Walker Dillard wants, especially since she feels the blasting damaged her home.
I don't want anyone else to have to feel what my husband and I feel because of the fact that if there's blasting in a neighborhood and if your house is destroyed as ours has been, because there is a lot of rock in Tennessee, I don't want anyone to have to go through this.
Now, according to the state, property damage due to blasting is a civil matter, meaning you'll most likely need to go to court if you want the company to pay for repairs. So here are some things you can do to help your case. Number one, take videos of the dwelling, timestamp it, and if you can, take video of the blasting. Also, current state regulations say you can get a pre-survey done before the blasting begins. That way you create a paper trail. And if you have a complaint, contact the state fire marshal's office at the Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance. Experts say the key is creating the most accurate paper trail as you can to ease and help your case. Marius?